Safety first. Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh Jesus! Hello and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to see if I can get this turd to shine. This is a Husqvarna 281 XP, even though it has on the side here a 288 XP light cover. So whenever I was purchasing this thing, the whole reason I went for it is because it was a 288 XP Light edition. And I knew that if I got this running, clean it up really well, then I could turn around and probably make a good profit selling it. However, I showed up because a 288 XP has no value to me whatsoever. I'm not saying anything about the saw. What I'm saying is it's 88 cc's. I've already got a 92 cc saw to do any big work that I need. It doesn't fit into any kind of race class really well. It's pointless to me. But I get there and I'm looking at it, and the first thing that I noticed was it has the front anti-vibration crazy odd mount. I don't even know what's going on with that really. But I knew that the light was not supposed to have that. The light didn't have that whatever weird anti-vibe that really is for the dogs. I don't know how that even works really. But I knew it wasn't supposed to be there with this being a light. So I thought, what in the world? I looked at the data plate and it's not a 288 XP, it is a 281 XP. It just obviously suffered a failure at some point in its life with that recoil starter. And this is what somebody upgraded it with or fixed it with or whatever they did. I don't know. But with it being a 281, then it falls perfectly into the 4 cubic inch race category. So I said, ooh, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So I bought it. And the guy said it did run, but now it doesn't. Kind of typical of what it gets said about a lot of these saws. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can make it run in this here video. And if you watch the channel, then you know first step of that is to clean this thing up because it's filthy. So let's get to scrubbing. Okay, there's other issues here, but I cleaned it up. Boy, she cleaned up nice. They always do, pretty much. But the first issue that I found was I wasn't getting any spark. Took the recoil off of there, cleaned it out really good, and I saw that there was wire on the coil that was very easily slipped right off. And I pinched it with my pliers and put it back on. And now I have spark, which is a very good thing because coil setups for these things very expensive. It's already pulling fuel. The fuel might be bad, but from me turning it over to check for spark, I noticed it's pulling fuel. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens. Yeah, that was, I did, that's not secret, like, oh, I'm gonna get the, no, it really happened. Okay, that's exciting. It's oiling. So we're pretty golden right now. Freaking A, man. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, let me go ahead and show you the other issue that I'm a little concerned about. Wow, huh? One pull, sort of. Okay, so this thing has a really unique throttling system. All right, I haven't really dove into it, but these things seem to be directly attached. I don't know if there's a screw that I can adjust it or what. I don't know if this wheel is missing a larger diameter rubber piece that goes on the outside of it or what. But that goes down on it and it opens it up. And you can probably assume and tell right away that that is not fully opening. So, see? So, maybe this, I'm going to take this cover off. Well, that's not a cover. That's part of the top cover. I'm going to dig into this a little bit, see what I can figure out about this. If it's got a little set screw in there, it's adjustable so that I can push it down further. If I have to put more diameter on this to get this to have more direct contact. But I'm going to look into that, and then we'll move on from there. Look at this. This is goofy as could be. So, right? The linkage there gets it probably about that far, but then you can push down on it and it goes a lot. You see that it goes a lot farther, right? Look at this. It probably gets about right there, and then I'm wanting to push it further, which is closing it. So this thing is a really odd setup. So comes back around, and this right here hits on that linkage, and that is your stop. So I'll have to look down in there and make sure that it's pushing it all the way, but it might be pushing it all the way as it is. Okay, so what we got going on here, I took some heat shrink and I wrapped it around there, and it is pushing a little bit further, but not far enough for that stop to come up and actually touch the bottom of the linkage. But that might be a good thing, because the lever is not coming as far down. I did also notice over here, I don't know if you can see that in there. See that? That is the basic, like the shaft that the lever rides on, and it is broken right there. So maybe I'll go ahead and order. It looks like I think I can actually order it. I can order that linkage right there. Might go ahead and do that, but for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and throw the top on here and everything and put it in the wood, see how she cut. Okay, so I'm going to get it in the wood, and then with my finger, I'm going to see if I can make a difference on that throttle linkage. We'll see. Let's see. think it's just got a limited coil on it. Running good whenever you put her in the wood. Running real good. Ah! Oh, I've still got it turned off. I'm stupid. Oh. It's not overly hot. It ain't the fastest thing in the world, but it's plenty strong. Runs good. It's surely not slow. I haven't rebuilt the carb or anything. I think I'm just going to throw a 24-inch bar on it, and that right there is what I'm going to run for Sawfest for the 84cc class. 84cc and under. Yeah. I'm pretty happy. I mean, clearly it needs a little something else. If you guys know about these coils and what the hot ticket is to get a nice hot coil on this thing, let me know. It's got that two-part coil. You know, it's got the coil and it's got the ignition module, or the igniter, whatever you want to call it. It's got the two of them. Running good, but it definitely seems like it's, I don't know, maybe that carburetor's got a Tillotson carburetor on it. Maybe that carburetor is governed. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy for now. So, we'll see how she does at Sawfest. Let's do one more. I'm addicted. I'm going to get one hand on you this time. Yeah. That's all right, man. I mean, that's all right. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that these things had a very long life. You know what I mean by that? They're just not a very long production run. I know that they did 281, and then they did 288. I don't know if they did anything else with this chassis. Maybe 285? I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. But I don't think that it was long-lived. What I do know is because of the CC, this 281, is the #1 4-cube race saw. Nothing else out there used as heavily as this. I know Grant, he's got a Dolkita 7900 or something like that, and he's running it in the 4-cube class now. But yeah, this fits in there nicely, and this is what most people, whenever they're running a 4-cube racer, this is what they're running. I think, from what I know. The brake handle was bent up pretty nasty on it, but that was easy. I just put it in a vise and bent it, and it looks great now. So yeah, I'm pretty skipping happy with my old Husqvarna here. What year is it? Let me see. I don't know. Serial number is 7330041. I'm guessing that's 1997. I don't know. All right, that's enough. Okay, guys, I thought I would just throw this in there real quick. So, on home improvement, they did have one episode that I know of. Before I forget, it's season 2, episode 9, and it's called "Where There's a Will, There's a Way." And they have the Binford 8200R professional chainsaw. And a lot of people have said that they think that it is a 281 XP. However, look at the footage that I'm showing you right here. It can't be a 281 XP. The 281 XP, as you see, all right, the top handle comes down and the clutch cover is actually covering up the top handle. Right? It's the same way on the 288 XP as well. And so you go, well, what is it? Is it a 395? I don't think it's 395 because I don't think a 395 ever came with a sloped top cover. It always had the high capacity filter. I could be wrong on this, of course, but the 394 XP would have been the right time frame because the 395 actually didn't even come out until 2001. And the 394 would have been mid-90s, and they would have been able to purchase that saw for home improvement. And so 394, and it did most definitely come with a sloped back. You could probably get it with a high filter as well in the later years, but it definitely was an option to get the sloped top cover, sloped back top cover. So 394 XP should most definitely be considered, I think, the saw that was used in tool time on Home Improvement Show, where they call it the Binford 8200R. Now, this only leaves one little problem, and that is, why did they call it the 8200R? Because clearly 8200 is probably going to be talking about the CC. Well, of course, they remove all the Husqvarna stickers, cover them up. They need to delineate, they need to make a difference between the models because they don't want to have to pay Husqvarna anything. Shut up, telemarketer. And so they just chose to go with the 8200. I think the 8200 number is probably why a lot of people assumed that it was the 281 XP that was the Binford 8200R. But looks like it's actually the 394 XP, which now I gotta have that one.